Very nice.
Okay. Spring in your step there.
Hey, what's the idea?
Hey folks. Brendan, what's the most pleasing aspect of that match?
I think how we managed the game. We're playing against a very good side, a side that can really hurt you, especially like today in counter-attack. Thought we should have been in front in the first half. We had a couple of really good chances, and but didn't become frustrated. You know, we talked about it at half time. You know, these games are always going to be tight. So came out the second half, kept our concentration, and I thought once we got the first goal, I thought we then had really good control of the game, both with and without the ball, and that was the area that really pleased me, because allowed the development of the team to learn how to manage that, and like I say, we kept a clean sheet. So so all round a very good win for us.
Are you in the title race now, Brendan?
Hey?
Are you in the title race now?
No, we're not really thinking about that. You know, we're just thinking of, you know, developing the team and making them better, and that's been the focus since I first came in.
And you're in second place now, and you do look well worth second place. So I know you will tell us all to calm down, and it's November, etc., but you don't look misplaced in second, and it's a freaky season. You look like, that's pretty much where you should be, or obviously City might go past you, but you look like a top 3-4 side.
Well, that's nice. It's a nice observation, which is great. But we you know, our job over the years I'm here is to hopefully be that. I said when I come in that if we could bring European football to here in my time, that would be great. But there's a huge credit to the players, because since I come in, they've adapted to how I've asked them to work, and everything they've put into that work has been very, very good. So they're playing with confidence. They're playing with this steel. You know, we defensively were good today. Little moment at the beginning of the second half where the game became a little bit basketball for 10 minutes, so we had to change that and bring Damari into the game, and he was very good. But now they're playing well. They've got a good focus, and they're wanting to improve. So that's nice.
Jamie Vardy, was a very good player before you came, but since you've been at Leicester, he's scored more goals than anybody, more than Salah, more than Mane, Kane, more than anyone. What have you done to bring your game on, in particular to adapt into a new system and a new way of scoring goals like tonight's?
Well, just positioning. I think he's such an honest player. I think everyone recognises, and certainly I have, because when he played against my teams before and watch him from the outside, you can see he's a top striker. I just felt that he just about that efficiency in his work, that he doesn't, because he's so honest, he'll press the whole back four on his own, but he doesn't need to. You know, collectively, when you're pressing as a team and everyone is clear in their role, he can then focus on being more economical with his pressing, which then gives him that bit more energy when we then have the ball, and then just keeping him central. You know, he's in the corridor where he can play and make runs, and normally then he's running in behind into goal, or he's in the area where he's going to get opportunities. But I have to say he's been a dream to work with. Tactically brilliant in the game. I think that's what helps him also. He trains every day to be the best he can be. You know, he is out. He never looks for a rest. He's focusing on development and improving. And obviously the type of football we're trying to play, which is aggressive and fast and dynamic, suits his qualities.
A team like Stature Arsenal come here and from a long period almost bent back five. Is that a compliment to the attacking threat you've got, to the progress you've made?
I think so. I think that I think the only other time that I think they played that system when we looked and thought it was maybe going to be was probably in the Europa League final against Chelsea, when they played with that two at the back five, the two, and then Oxford in behind and the front two. So so it's but listen, they're a big threat on counter attack, so we had to try and manage that the best we could today. There's a couple of times they got away, but we were able to recover back into our space. But listen, Unai is a very, very good coach. He knows his players. He knows what game or what formation he needs to play to bring out the best. Our players are playing with a high level of confidence and have been for a period of time. So for us, we come out on top today, and obviously I'm delighted.
There's now an 8-point gap between the top 4 and the rest. Is that what you think reflective of how good those 4 sides are?
Well, I think the top 2 teams have been that, if you think of their numbers last season, which was phenomenal. And let's not forget Chelsea, the Champions League team, and have been for a number of years. I suppose for ourselves, we've thrown the hand grenade right into the middle of them all. So, but for us, our job is to improve and be better. I think my only focus is ourselves and bringing the consistency to our game. And the beauty of these players is they're showing all different types. We have a style and identity in terms of how we want to play, but at times they have to show different qualities, and they're showing all of that. But it's 12 games in. We're working very, very well, but we'll just concentrate on our performance level right through until 10 games to go, and then we can probably assess it a lot clearer then.
Best defensive record in the Premier League at the moment as well, which must be easy given that you were as previously earmarked as an attacking coach, but actually balance is really good.
No, I think if you look, when I was in Scotland, we had defensive records as well. At Liverpool, of course, we were very good going forward. You have to ask, did I have the players to defend how we'd want to defend? I think now at Liverpool, they obviously invested a lot of money to get those types of players in. Here, I've got a top-level centre-half in Johnny Evans. A young player in Kagler beside him who's amazing. I've got a top European goalkeeper. And right the way through the team, everyone's set up to connect and defend together. So I always say that fundamentally, to attack well, you have to be able to defend. Because if you can defend well, then you're going to get more opportunities to score. And it's something that we've done and really focused, that balance since I've come into here. So yeah, it's the mark of a good team that you have to be able to defend, press the game, close space, deny the other team space, and then when you have the ball, you then want to have that invention and creativity and pace in your game. And this team are showing great traits in both aspects.
Brendan, you mentioned consistency, and you've been able to name the same unchanged side, I think 4 games in a row now. How hard is it to keep the whole squad happy in this situation?
It's not hard to keep them happy, but I have empathy for the guys because we're only at the level that we're at because of the players that aren't playing also. Guys, like Wes Morgan, Mark Albright, Christian Fuchs, Demarai Gray, Dennis Pratt, all these guys that aren't starting a game. Papis Mendy, who was brought into here and played a lot of games. Daniel Amarte, all these guys, them 2 aren't even in the squad. Amza Chowdhury, their mentality and focus allows us to be the best that we can. It's my job to manage that. I speak a lot with the players. They understand where it's at. They're clear on where they stand within the squad, and I recognise how difficult it is, but they never show it. They turn up every day to train, to be the best they can be. The spirit in the team is very strong, and like I say, that's my job to manage that. But it's not easy because you want to play them all, but obviously we can't. But hopefully in the future, if we can develop well and get into European football at some point in my time here, then there's obviously more games to play.
Are you surprised about how quickly you seem to become ahead of schedule to where you thought you might be at this point?
Well, you never really think along that line. I come in here to make an impact and create something that hopefully we can sustain over a period of years. So, but I've got really good players. I know when I come in, they were suffering a bit, but from the first day, we were very clear on how we wanted to work. As I said, all the credit, you give the credit to the players, how they've adapted to what I've been asking. They're renowned in their counter-attack, Leicester, but now they've got good balance in their game. They can attack in counter-attack, but they can keep the ball and be good in possession. So, but it's a lot of work. There's a lot of systematic work every single day. A lot of analysing of how we train, how we perform in games. not getting too disappointed when it's not perfect, but just constantly creating a culture to be better, and with that the players then have responded. So, but to be a good team and good players, you've got to keep improving and developing, and that's always our message.
Thanks, folks. We're going to wrap it there, but we'll do Mondays outside.
Okay. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks.